what I'm doing today is swapping a power steering rack here. We've got a quick rack in at the moment and it's no power steering, so it's quite hard to get around the corner, so we're going to swap it for power steering and a normal rack. I'm just putting this bracket on to replace the pump that goes in replace of that, so putting the third bolt in there, then the pump mounts to this instead of that, and then a longer mount, so it's just an idler. I'm taking the power steering rack off now, which is not an easy job because there's all the engine mounts and everything, so I've got to take the engine mounts, prop the engine up somehow, undo the 2 bolts, take the rack out, sort of weave it in and out there. Also there's the track rods and everything to take off, and I've got to swap the track rods onto the other rack because the other rack has bad track rods. So all good, and then run all the piping and hopefully take her for a spin. 1, 2, 3, so just over 3 there, and then you see what this one, that's whether it...
Is this a new one?
Well, yeah, second hand, but...
The one that wasn't on the car?
See, that's becking, you can tell internals are out of that, but if I go all that way, then go, and get that on. 1, 2, oh, 3, so it's not a quick rack.
Alright.
Same rotation as any other.
That's no wonder, that is no wonder then why.
So a quick rack,
Steering was so heavy, yeah, because it...
a quick rack would go, instead of you going 1 round and then 2 or halfway to a full lock, yeah, and then vice versa, it'd just be 1, that'd be full lock. That'd be full lock.
Yeah.
So, in fact, actually, it's slightly different. I might just count it.
So you're just taking the track rod ends off the new one now?
Yeah, hang on, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 27. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. And that's
So you're just taking, sorry, the track rod ends off the
so
old
taking
rack?
it, yeah, because that on this rack have been cut off, so I'm
Alright.
just swapping the track rod ends, that's all I'm doing.
Alright, so you wouldn't need to do that had they not been cut off?
No.
Right.
Well, it's depending on what condition they're in.
Go on.
Because it'll go on a different spline, I would imagine, or the rack might be to the side slightly, we'll have to get it straightened up and then adjust it once it's on, so we'll take the steering wheel off and centre it again, which is easy enough to do.
What's that you doing there, Billy?
Just putting a pinch bolt on now, so that just clamps the actual steering wheel, the UJ, to the rack. So it goes, the bolt goes through and not pulls it all together. One of the pumps is whining because I got it off and I've got them mixed up. For some reason I tend to keep broken stuff as well as good stuff. So I've got it, I think that is, looking at it because it's the muckiest, I think that'll be the bad pump, this one. So I'm going to put this one on, and if it whines it's just a pump we have to swap, so it's not as bad as the rack, but yeah. Just, yeah, pull it up in a nice-ish route, wherever it's going, and I'll have to get that up as well. Go on. Can you get the other one? Because they've both to go, yeah, they've both to go to the top. you should be able to let go now. And I have to undo it for me. This is a tensioner bracket going for the top now, so it's mounted at the bottom, pivots back to tension the belt.
So you're taking that off the old one?
Yeah, that's why we've got 3 or 4 to mix together, haven't we?
Yeah, I've got hot piping around there as well.
So we should be able to make a good one. Pretty. Yeah, that comes round the back of there. Up to the reservoir. So that's somehow how much I've got that pipe twisted. You can keep hold of that pipe if it feels you give it some purpose, or you can let go if you want.
You know, so to let go.
Alright, so right, I need, that's ready for the belt. I've put the tensioner bracket on, the pump is mounted, so I've just to tighten the bolts at the bottom of the pump, the reservoir to put on, then the pipe to run there, and then there's another pipe down to the rack for the return, and that's it. So I'm having to do half a turn and then twist the spanner, well, not even half a turn, it's like, you know, that much, moving the spanner that much, twisting it round, and then going again.
To put what on?
To put one of the, well, that's the feed pipe.
Feed what?
Well, it feeds power steering fluid to the rack from the pump. So
you're struggling to get it on?
And my head's aching because I'm having to sort of lift it up to see like that.
Oh, bless you.
Been here about half an hour.
Oh.
But I'm done. And then the other pipe.
Is it on now?
Yeah, the other pipe's quite simple, that goes in by hand. Quite nice and easy. I'm taking the alternator belt off, so then I can get the power steering, well, the old water pump belt, and then put the power steering belt on, which also runs the water pump. So I've just put the alternator belt on now, so that's the power steering belt round the pump now. Then I'm putting the alternator belt on, tension that back up because I had to take that off to get the power steering off. And that's it really. Once I've done that, top it up with fluid, bleed it, put the wheels back on, and then we'll go for a test.
What?
It's not widening, so it must have picked right up.
Oh,
That might have been full already then.
back wheel.
We're taking it for a test drive, everything's fine, it's nice and easy now. So we're off this weekend at Anglesey.